Hey, yo, it's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh, and today's episode is all about Dame Dash, the legendary hip hop mogul, known mainly for the Rockefeller success in the 90s and early 2000s with Jay-Z. But yeah, it's all about him because he was recently he's on a new YouTube channel actually. I don't know if it's his or just he's a guest on that channel. But basically it's got two therapists and Dame's just speaking about current situations and responding to other people that have spoke about him recently, old foes and even stuff from the past. And Dame just speaks about it and the therapists are asking how he feels about it, how he could have handled it differently. It's an interesting watch. I've never seen anything like it. It's almost like promoting people to get therapy. But yeah, like let's get into it. It's Dame. He talks about Lyor Cohen. That's the two people I'm going to focus on, is Lyor Cohen and DJ Vlad. But this is Dame. Back in the glory days, Dame? With you and Jay-Z, young, smiling, friends. You could say a brotherhood maybe. So a lot has changed since then though. A lot has changed. Look at them now, B. Look at these mother flippers now. Jay-Z, I don't know what's up with that haircut though. I mean, I'm not hating on it, but it's just weird. Let's keep it going. Dame's looking like a Rottweiler, like he's gonna bite somebody. But that's how Dame's been in recent like decades or so. He's like just angry, and it kind of comes off a bit bitter, but he does talk about how he's so happy in life. Hopefully he is, you know. But yeah, I got a couple clips for you guys to check out, you know. The first one will be about Lyor Cohen. You know, he was obviously the head of like Def Jam at one point. This is who Dame kind of puts as the reason why him and Jay-Z split, because Lyor Cohen kind of came in, offered Jay-Z a chance to basically cut out Dame and Biggs, because Rockefeller was three of them. And yeah, this is the clip. Yeah, right here. We got the clip right here. This is basically Dame talking about Lyor. Check it out.
That's problematic to me, and I know that you have to understand something. The question that was asked was, are you the reason why Dame and Jay aren't cool? He's the person that told Jay, I'll do a deal with you with or without Dame Dash or Biggs. And he's the one that advised him based on what Steve Stout told me and based on what Irv Gotti told me, that was like, yo, why would you split it three ways if you could just do it yourself?
Did you hear his response to that question?
Nah, I just heard about it, to be honest.
I wanted to know what you thought about what he said, so I'm gonna tell you what he said.
But not like long question, but for hip hop people, it always pops up. Is Lyor the reason Jay-Z and Dame Dash is not together?
Absolutely not.
Okay, let's just
like, if Lyor was the reason, then they never were together in the first place. Okay, right? Mic drop.
I ain't gonna lie, that mic drop cracked me up.
When Nori asked him that question, and the specific question for those who didn't watch it was, are you the reason why Dame and Jay split? His response to that question was, if Dame and Jay were really together, then I couldn't have been the reason that they split.
Right. But I think he's right on that. But I do think there could have been more of an elaborate answer. Are you the one that showcased that? Did you give him the option? Did you push him, make him aware of what he could do and that what you would support? Did you give him the idea to do that? Did you violate and have meetings behind his back? So when that meeting happened, when Dame was yelling, who made that meeting? It's a tape of it and me being mad. Those are questions I think should be asked, and people want to know. It's the elephant in the room. So why ignore it? You know, like, why wouldn't people ask that question? So that bothers me when Jay gets on the interview, and when Lyor gets on the interview, and people don't ask the questions that they ask me. If you never ask me that question, I'm fine. But because y'all continuously ask me these questions, how come when they get on in front of a camera, y'all don't ask them? And if they give you a like one little question to pivot, y'all just be pressing me. So I'm just like, give them, you know, like, just make it fair. But either way, I want to know the answer, because I can't get a fair one with them. I can't get a conversation. So I also kind of want to hear the answer. Like, I'm like, yo, no matter what.
Yeah, man. Dame needs to get over it. I'm sorry, but Dame needs to get over it. I see his point, and I ain't gonna lie, I like that guy's response with the mic drop. That was hilarious. But it's true. And Dame said it's true too, that if Jay-Z and him were really bros and close like that, then nobody should be able to drop a little offer and get you to separate. And Dame admitted it. It's the first time I've heard him say Lyor Cohen is correct in anything, really. But this whole thing about this guy being a culture vulture, I mean, just because the guy is not black doesn't mean he's a culture vulture. You know what I mean? Like, you're saying that he shouldn't do destructive music because it's not his culture. But he's not in rock and roll, he's not in pop music, he's in hip hop, and all the people in hip hop are doing the same music. Why can't he? I think Dame loses that conversation, and that just makes him sound bitter and old. If I'm keeping it funky. But I see what he means. Like, when Dame is at an interview, people press him a lot about Jay-Z, Lyor Cohen, Vlad. They always like put those questions to him, and they just keep reiterating it, pushing it. Whereas when they get an interview, they might ask about Dame maybe once or twice or something like that, but they don't push it. And I genuinely think it's because it's the respect thing. I think people see that Jay-Z's doing big things all the time, and they also see that Lyor Cohen is doing big things all the time. So they got a few things they can ask those individuals in an interview. Whereas Dame, after Rockefeller, yeah, he's done a few things. He's done a lot of things, actually, but nothing has really taken anyone's attention. Like, nothing of note to really speak on with Dame. So the biggest thing in his career for the general public is still Rockefeller. No one really knows about Dame opening museums all over Europe and the world. And people that know, but if you don't know, which is most people, nobody really wants to hear that. You know what I mean? He's got his own network, but nobody wants to touch it. They want to touch on the controversy, which, you know, we all know controversy sells and all that, but I think that's what Dame's a bit tired of getting. He's tired of hearing all that stuff, and, you know, I reckon this guy's his main foe. I've heard Dame call a lot of people culture vulture, but this is the guy who he really made that word for. That's what I believe, anyway. He wrote a whole book, I believe. But look at Happy Days. Look at these guys, man. Get a room. Look at them all chummy. See, that's what happens when the money dry up. You forget that you're friends with somebody. But Lyor Cohen, actually, he had an interview recently, and he said he doesn't know Dame. Because Charlamagne was asking, what do you think about Dame calling you like a culture vulture and all that, and you splitting up the dream team with Jay-Z? And Cohen said, I do not know him. You know, he's got the accent. I don't know who you're talking about. Okay, that was a bit of a Scottish accent there. I think I got that a bit wrong. But look at this days, man. This guy has no hair, no grey hair here. Boy. These are the good old days, man. Hip hop was really good here, man. Great music, good vibes. It wasn't about drug taking and beefs and all that. Well, there was a few beefs. But a few beefs is alright. But yeah, that's the section about Lyor Cohen. You let me know in the comments what you think about Dame's comments about him, and then even Lyor Cohen's response to him, whether you think that was, I thought it was quite funny. I ain't gonna lie. I am not going to lie. But the next clip we got going on here, people, like I said earlier, it's about DJ Vlad, Dame's other best friend, the one that he also calls a culture vulture. He talks about Vlad. I didn't know they had a long history like this, but yeah, let me just show you the clip and you can hear it for your mother flipping selves. Check it out.
Let's go back to Vlad real quick. Let's rewind. The initial problem that Vlad really had, this is how we got into a problem. When Jay, whatever that thing happened with Jay in the elevator, he literally called me to do an interview about that situation.
Talking about the Beyonce sister and all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, Vlad, I'm not doing an interview about Jay. Like, you're gonna call me and ask me to do an interview about that, man? Like, what do you think I am? That's corny. And then I did an interview with the hip-hop motivator, Kenyatta, and in the middle of us talking about a lot of stuff, he asked about it. So I answered him. And went viral. Vlad hits me on a Sunday like, yo, how you gonna go on your platform and talk about that? And I asked you, I'm like, bro, I don't wanna hear that shit, man. I'm with my kids on a Sunday. I'll see you when I see you. And he said, oh, I'm gonna tell Complex that you just threatened. Actually, he called Kenyatta and was like, he just threatened me because I said I'm gonna see you when I see you. I'm gonna tell Complex and everyone else that he just threatened their number one, da-da-da-da-da. Like, basically told me he was gonna try to blackball me. And he was all scared because I said, I'll see you when I see you. I didn't mean I'm gonna do nothing to him. It was like, I don't care about this conversation. We'll talk about it when I get with you.
Why was,
so
just to play devil's advocate real quick, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between Vlad and, what's the difference between Vlad asking you that and Kenyatta asking you that?
Vlad said I want to do an interview about that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna walk into an interview and that be the like people like Page 6 call me about Kanye and I'd be like, I'm not doing an interview about Kanye. That's not gonna be your point of entry. Pause.
Right.
Like come on now. If we have a conversation about something and it comes up, I could dig it. Yeah. But I'm not gonna get on you. You just literally telling me to go gossip about this cat.
Do you understand why they're asking you that?
I don't care why. I'm not doing it.
Listen,
what I'm saying is I understand why.
I'm asking you this. Hold on. I'm asking you this as a reference to say, okay, they're asking you that not because of anything personal. It doesn't seem like that.
You're not understanding my point.
No, I don't understand.
I don't care why they're asking me. I don't think that they should be calling me on a Sunday because I didn't answer them, and then trying to tell me they're gonna blackball me because of it.
My question to you is,
that's what I'm saying.
When you know who you're dealing with,
I don't care. I didn't get mad at him. I'm not the one that's butthurt. I don't talk about Vlad. He talks about me.
But you called him corny.
Yeah, he's corny. He's talking about me. That's my reaction to him talking about me all the time. That's corny. Also, he tends to talk about our business. He's not from our culture. He tends to make people talk about illegal things that can get people in trouble. He tends to take advantage of people that haven't been in front of a camera forever, and they don't really understand the ramifications of those things. People tend to go to jail that have been interviewed by him and their friends. So for me, when he talks about me, that makes me have to have an opinion on it. And obviously he keeps bringing my name up to either do what someone from our culture does. And again, I don't want to talk about him too much because I don't want to give him that much of a platform. I was just referencing him.
Yeah, that was Dame about DJ Vlad. His best friend Vlad. Okay, let me not say best friend. But yeah, I didn't know Vlad and Dame had such a history. I thought they were just I didn't really know what the actual origin of their beef was prior to this conversation, but yeah, Vlad, as usual, was trying to get people to speak on other people that they have issues with. So he actually hit up Dame to do an interview purely just because of that Jay-Z Solange issue. And fair play, Dame was like, nah. Hold on 1 second. Tickle in my throat. Hold on, let's get back to that clip again. There was one bit I liked in that. 1 second.
Let's go back to Vlad real quick. Let's rewind. The initial problem that Vlad really had, this is how we got into a problem. And like basically told me he was going to try to blackball me. And he was all scared because I said, I'll see you when I see you. I didn't mean I'm going to do nothing to him. It was like, I don't care about this conversation. We'll talk about it when I get with you.
Just to play devil's advocate real quick. Okay. Mm-hmm. What's the difference between Vlad and what's the difference between Vlad asking you that and Kenyatta asking you that?
Vlad said I want to do an interview about that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna walk into an interview and that be like people like Page Six call me about Kanye and I'd be like, I'm not doing an interview about Kanye. That's not gonna be your point of entry.
I think immediately you see this, you just think Dame's still mad. He's still mad. I mean, I think he just needs to just chill out. I think this therapy is actually good for Dame because, I mean, him and Vlad's issue must have been donkeys years ago because it was with him when he was still working with Kenyatta on his own old YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys know that. Remember those days when Dame had that? That's when Dame was on the up, when he had the other YouTube channel. Should have never stopped that. Let's check this out still.
Pause. Right. Like that's, come on now. If we have a conversation about something and it comes up, I could dig it. Yeah. But I'm not going to get on you. You just literally telling me to go gossip about this cat.
Do you understand why they're asking you that?
I don't care why. I'm not doing it.
Listen,
I'm saying I understand why.
I'm asking you this. Hold on. I'm asking you this as a reference to say, okay, they're asking you that not because of anything personal. Doesn't seem like that.
You're not understanding my...
Ain't it funny when people do therapy, they got to talk all nice and soft. That's the part when it gets kind of irritating. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Point.
No, I don't understand.
I don't care why they're asking me. I don't think that they should be calling me on a Sunday because I didn't answer them, and then trying to tell me they're gonna blackball me because of it.
My question to you
that's what I'm saying.
When you know who you're dealing with,
I don't care. I didn't get mad at him. I'm not the one that's butthurt. I don't talk about Vlad. He talks about me.
But you called him corny.
Yeah, he's corny. He's talking about me. That's my reaction to him talking about me all the time. That's corny. Also, he tends to talk about our business. He's not from our culture. He tends to make people talk about illegal things that can get...
All right. But Dame, I see his point. Man. Vlad's a sneaky guy, man. Like, and why would Vlad get all upset? Because Dame answered the question on his own platform. Of course you're going to answer that juicy questions on your own platform. Why would you save the biggest questions and answers on someone else's platform? That doesn't even make any sense. But I think Vlad always tries to be acting like he's all innocent and all about hip-hop, blah, blah, blah. But really, he was just trying to put more fire to the flame to keep these two apart. You know what I mean? Jay-Z and Dame. Don't get me twisted. Nobody can keep Dame and Jay-Z apart but Dame and Jay-Z. But I think Dame is the reason. Dame is the reason why them lot don't talk. I think if Dame had just taken some humble pie or just chilled out, if he had just chilled out for a bit and been salty about what Jay-Z did, but then eventually just get over it, I think they would have got back to making, maybe not making money together, but look at this. Look at good times, Rockefeller days. I think Dame just needs to chill with all this culture vulture talk and just being everybody's enemy, because Eventually, everybody don't want to work with someone who's a problem. Let's keep it real. But I know Dame recently said that he wants to work with Jay-Z again, or he's open to a conversation. But why would the man want to have a conversation when you're looking like this? When you're looking like a Rottweiler on human legs? Do you know what I mean? And it's been 20 years, man. 20 years since these days. It's a long time. It's a long time to be like, not be cool with someone and then start talking. Do you know what I mean? These days are long gone, fam. But I would love to see it. I think it would be good for hip hop just to see these days back, man. And these guys are hugging on stage. Look at Dame looking all. He damn near looks like he's in love. Got a few pies back in the day, man. They got no neck. Jeez. But yeah, I want to see it though. I want to see Dame and Jay-Z back. But I just can't see Dame getting over the DJ Vlad and Lyor Cohen. I think he won't forget. He won't forget. He don't forget. Although I don't know what Lyor Cohen's done to him, really. Okay, a few business dodgy moves, but that split Jay-Z and him up. But yeah, it's business at the end of the day. Dame's a businessman. As much as he calls himself a creator, he is a businessman. And what Lyor Cohen did was just a business move. Can't be mad at him. But I want to know what you lot think. Do you think Dame will ever get over it? Will he ever get over Lyor Cohen and DJ Vlad? Will he just be like, alright, bygones for bygones. We'll move on. You do your business. I do my business. And we can coexist in hip hop? Or will he just continue the whole culture vulture slander on their name? You let me know, people. And if you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know what it is. It's fresh hip hop opinion and all that. And don't forget, I've got my merch out there. The merch is out there. You got look at that cup. Look at that cup. We got it in all colors. Your favorite color and all. Your favorite color is available. I've checked it. And I know my followers. I know my listeners. We got the hoodie as well. Look at that. It's getting cold, people. Go get your hoodie. Go get your hoodie, y'all. PayPal information's in the description as well. Big up to all of you, yeah? It's fresh hip hop opinion. Peace and love.